Alrighty, so in the old EG hatchback here, I'm gonna start working on this thing. Holy!
Quit talking and let's run it.
Let's run it! Hey guys, welcome back. As you can see, A-Flem. The A-Flem. A-Flem, tell them why you really came up here. It wasn't to see your lovely brother, was it?
It's to see Leighton go.
Austin came up here for a couple reasons. One, we're racing this Saturday.
I got him, I'm out.
Peevely. You guys have just seen the last video where we won the opening night. Mr. Flat Tire Fix-It Phillip, PH Fix-It Phillip, took it to the front with the 111 car. So we're trying to get the other hatchback going, possibly for A-Flem.
Sorry.
You gonna run this thing? You gonna run the?
No, we're just trying to get some stuff going. You know, because in case Phillip needs 2 spare cars, I guess, because that's the driver.
So we tell them what we're gonna do.
So Phillip, if I see you leave tools out like this again, Phillip, you ain't clean up after yourself, Phillip. No, Phillip come over here and had the itch just picking something up and had to fix something. That's right. His problem.
We're gonna see what we can get done on this thing tonight. This is a Thursday night, so we have Thursday, Friday, Saturday to kind of see where we stand. Austin says we're not gonna run this car, but I mean, if we get the couple things fixed, why not? Anyway, let's get to work. What you doing back there?
Just adjusting some brakey brakes. Let it ride, Clyde.
You look like, how you know what you look like? You look like the guy on Home Improvement who barely stuck his head over the fence.
Hey, I'm trying to steal me a converter here.
Hey, Flem, tell him what you're doing. Tell him what you...
$40 hose. Beautiful. Clean
So,
it up. That's the radiator in. Obviously, it's not made for this car.
We got this mocked up. Austin did a nice job. I'll show you kind of using clamps from the top to pretty much reverse the process, and that allows it to hold it.
Now, this hose has been trimmed off about, that's about $2 worth.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what we're doing, getting this mocked up.
Uh-oh.
There's the call to come home. Let me show you what we got done so far. So, fire extinguisher is mounted, battery is secured, computer is secured, seat is mounted. What else did we get done, Austin? Fans are run. We just have to get a radiator. So what you see here, guys, is old A-Flem losing his vision. Austin, you said this helmet doesn't seem to be...
Not as good as I would like.
So we're welding the brackets on so that we can put a stock bumper on. That's what we had to do because of the original bumper that was there. This is our, I guess our video proof that we're legal. Yeah, just trying to make sure that we abide by the rules that we race at. So we're gonna get this thing put on there and then try to get the front bumper that matches the car. What are we doing now? Same thing we were doing last night.
4 radiators later.
Tell them what happened here. Hang on, I'll pan over.
We keep having holes in our radiators.
They keep blowing holes in my shit. All right, we're bleeding brakes on the 11 car because Austin, while I was at work seeing patients today, he got the Phillip had got the caliper off. It was locked up, right, Austin?
Yeah.
Mr. Fix-It Phil here. The 11 car had some drag. No wonder why he couldn't keep up with me. Caliper was seized. Come on, Travis. This is why you couldn't get me on the bottom.
Caliper was completely locked up on the left side, and that must have happened right after the feature race.
Milwaukee up here.
His old favorite tool. So we swapped out the caliper completely. So now we're trying to bleed the brakes on the 11 car after doing it on the hatchback today. Austin got this thing almost completely finished. Got the seat mounted. Got the front bumper at least started. Man. and we've gone through 3 radiators. The first one was leaking, then we went to 111 salvage and we tried to get one that wasn't wrecked, and it looked great except for one spot. It was leaking. Then I had an extra one here that I didn't know if it was good or not. Last minute resort, also leaking. We have one ordered coming in the morning. We're praying for the best on that. Otherwise, that will probably kill that project. But in the meantime, we are trying to get it completely ready, or at least as ready as we can. It's going to go out like, if it goes out, it's going to go out like the 111 did last time with some duct tape stickers. So we're going to bleed these brakes, and then we're going to get this car ready to go and jump back to this one and see what we can get finished. Okay guys, we are back at it. It is now Saturday morning. A-Flem's under the car because our radiator nightmares continue. He's going to say, nah, I like it. This radiator does not necessarily work for this car. It's really thin. The hose is having to be clamped way down because it's a different size, and I personally don't know how he's going to get that swivel neck to, I don't know, it's really close down there, so we might have to try to pull this off. I just don't like, I guess I'll take this moment, you know, when you're racing, you're like, there's that one thing you're worried about. This is what I'm worried about. Worried that this is going to be an issue. I do have, there's a guy that has a part out in St. Louis that told me he'll give me a radiator for $45, which is awesome. We just have to go pick that up. So we're going to try to get that, bring it to the track. That way we have spares. Also, we're going to bring this one. I think it's leaking at the top, but like as a fail-safe, worst case scenario, hopefully bring that just in case we have issues with something with this. Other than that, small things, we're looking pretty good.
Here's our first run. Go ahead. All right, here we go, boys. First drive ever. Race. Anyway, just another one of those. Me trying to come out here and make some stuff happen, but with kids and other stuff going on, which is okay, we don't just come up here for race cars. It could potentially have some issues. I see them swerving and stuff, but we will see. So let's see what we got. See what the bad news is. Well, might have broke down. Well, ain't nothing like getting the cops called on you. They come in here. We had a fella across the street get a little irate. That's the life. When you got cars that are just bad to the bone. Okay? What'd you think about getting the police called on you there? That's a bad, fast car, ain't it?
Guys, I'm absolutely exhausted. Absolutely exhausted, and I know Austin is too. We got 2 cars. We got 2 cars. We dealt with so many leaks in the coolant system that we had to figure all out because of some of the different ports that we had to get like nuts and bolts for, and then Teflon tape and all this stuff to try to get those sealed up. We had this thing completely ready to go, and then took it down the road, and then my neighbor, who I've never talked to before, started yelling at me. Just come out the street, start swinging his arms over at me and like telling me to go to my own neighborhood, which was my neighborhood. I didn't even get the car over 30 miles per hour. I just wanted to see if this car would even roll, if the transmission would engage. I've never tested it. So ended up getting the cops called on me. That's a first. Talked to the cops. The cops were totally cool. They were like, yeah, man, you know, officer hat off. That's awesome. Officer hat on, like, don't run a car down the road, which we could have handled that man to man, but that's not how some people do things. Back to the car. We think we got everything going. After this neighbor yells at me, the car just starts sputtering. So then We thought it was the alternator, it wasn't the alternator. We thought it was the battery, it wasn't the battery. Took the fuel pump off. Nobody in St. Clair County had the fuel pump that we need for this car. So we ended up having to completely disassemble it and clean the filter. That didn't work. We literally gave up. And after giving up, Austin put it on there with no filter, got the fuel pump up and running, and it fired right off and stayed fuel pressure good for 2 minutes. So we got a car, but we are not confident in it at all. And another one of Austin's gonna say Travis's rushed events here, and he's not wrong on this one, guys. So I'm driving now. I think I got a gallon of gas in this car, so I gotta stop and gas up. It is probably about 5:20. We're supposed to be hot lapping at 6. I don't think we're gonna make that. So we might be running this thing out blind in the heat. I will update you guys soon to see if we actually made it to the track in time for the heat race. But it's not looking good.
What wives have to do. We have to run in the middle of the street and get metal that we dropped off the race car. I got it! Oh, Chelsea waits for me. Kudos to being late. This is what we do for you guys.
Just went out for hot laps, guys, and it felt absolutely horrible. Completely out of control. I think we got here late. I told you guys that. Look at this back tire that I have on here. So I think part of that is just because of I have the biggest tire I have on the right front here, or on the rear, and then no, I had the biggest tire on the front right and the smallest on the back left. So obviously it's not going to be good. We're getting tires put on, yes. We're getting the actual tires put on that we'll need to run this car tonight to be legal. And then we're going to try to look over the rest of the car. So we get to work here.
One more time out of Imperial, Missouri, Joshua Hawkins. Pro 4, Heat Race 1 coming your way. Tim with the call.
So we got some debris on the backstretch coming off that looks like came off of Travis Fleming's car.
Okay.
Okay, guys, heat race is done. What do you tell the people what they want? That's what my new saying.
Go ahead. It's pretty much a gray Falcon, so it's not too bad.
It's a gray Falcon. Austin coming up here. God, maybe he's just better than me. Race is over. It's kind of been crazy, to be honest, just with the new car. Too much to do with too little time. But the car went out, started 4th, finished 3rd for me. It's a little completely different than anything else I've driven, so trying to get used to that. Philip, you started
6th, I think I finished 6th.
Okay, you started 6th, finished 6th. He was, well, tell him what you were doing with.
I was just not steering, so I was running the middle of the track. It still pushed hard, so. And then with everybody battling, it kind of slows you down anyways. But when I switched to the top, it got faster there. So I might try to get up there and run it, but we'll see.
Austin won.
I mean,
First time out at
I made a lot. Well, it's the 2nd time. I made a lot of mistakes. It popped out of gear. Up here, it's different rules, so we have a 2nd gear. I'll say that. I'm not used to running a bigger track in 2nd gear, like a little peppier, and just trusting to come out of the corners because in the Falcon, if you mash it before the center of the corner, you're hitting a wall.
Yeah.
In this, it kind of just, you had to just, every turn I learned a little more, I'm probably not going to hit the wall.
So Austin starts pole for the feature. I start inside row 4th row inside. Philip, you start
7th row inside.
7th row inside. We got we both have
I
some
have
ground
a
to
feeling I'm gonna
make
get
up.
past because my starts are a little off.
Austin's got to figure out the starts. He's got to figure out
Or I'm gonna jump.
the turns a little bit more, and then well, he had him in the heat race. So hopefully Austin brings home a W tonight, and me and Philip can continue to fill out our
just
car.
trying to make me feel good because I drove.
Everybody said I had a big head, so I wanted
I
the
saw
2XL.
them.
Yeah, he had to get home.
No, I got my large
I
helmet back
seen
on.
somebody slide him a Chick-fil-A gift card and $5. I don't know what that's
Travis. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Travis. Bye-bye. Happy birthday to you. Woo-hoo! All right, hey, I want hugs.
I love you, Justin. Yes! That's a winner.
Getting ready to go out for the feature. That's only my 2nd time on that track. Car's got some power. Track's a little, very high bank. Made multiple mistakes. Just having to learn this car and learn the track again. So we'll try to get out there and be smooth because smooth is fast. And try not to get it in the wall or hit into nobody. I accidentally hit somebody before the race even started. Was trying to look and try to find out. Next thing you know, I felt it rubbing on them.
You got any damage?
Yeah, no. This car's got damage, so it don't matter. But
That's a pretty color.
I'm gonna hurry and get suited up and get out there because this track runs very fast. Okay, so see you out there.
And what are you doing?
Making sure I'm legal.
Oh, that's right. I like it. Doing good?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This car felt a little out of control to me, so I need to learn it. And I just wasn't. It's not about my confidence. It's about the confidence of the people around me and not wrecking someone's stuff or my stuff.
This next time around as we come out of turn number 4. Side by side. Down the backstretch. Austin Fleming, Joe Walls. Behind the
finished second.
We were playing around, having a good time up there. He got these bad fast.
He's bad fast.
I made some mistakes right there at the end as well, and then after that I kind of just held off because I didn't feel like I could have got it. And also I'm not sure they were waiting for the green flag. We were late today, so I was a little confused on where we start and just how everything works in this track.
I don't even know where I finished. I think like 10th or something like that. A ton of power, but that car previously before I got it was an asphalt racing car, so it was set up for asphalt. We thought it might work for dirt, or at least be comparable. It just didn't even feel nothing good. Did it feel nothing? I can't even talk. Nothing felt good about it tonight. I would throw it into the turn and it felt like it'd come around, and I tried to just throttle it to let it come back up, and that didn't work. Then I tried to really go in hard, let it stay, and then kind of slowly get back in the gas, and I got destroyed from behind like 3 or 4 times in a row. And so then people would get under me and I had no drive off. So just back to the drawing board for the new car.
Excited it made the track.
Excited it made the race. We have no substantial damage. We're ready to go home, get it right. Very good night tonight. Phillip, we'll figure out where he finished. He passed me, drove up through the field, so he's looking good. We're very excited. We have a strong group of cars tonight, so we'll be good to go. My wife and Tanya made me a birthday cake. Show them the cake. Oh, do you guys
Good job,
Chelsea! Want to show them the cake?
I take full responsibility of the way the cake looks.
It's opposite of my car. It ain't pretty, but it did good.
It tasted good.
So thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Chelsea, for my cake. Thank you for the crew for coming up. Thank you for my wife for watching my kids. Tanya, thank you for watching your kids. You guys take on a lot just so that we can come out here and have a little fun. I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to go home and relax with my kids. Happy Easter, everyone. If you don't know Jesus as your Lord and Savior, get to know Him. Have a good Easter. Let's celebrate the resurrection. Like, comment, subscribe. Lord, help.